a little bit of full disclosure.
Quyn's got a lot of full disclosures.
So, except for my first boyfriend, after my first boyfriend, it turned out that I won some money from that $1,700. So I thought, well, that's a good sign. So maybe I can win more with this guy. Didn't happen. My mom called me, and we talked. I'm gonna continue to date him, and like it or not, it's up to you, kind of thing. Welcome back to Inter-Bliss. This is Quyn.
And Hans, hi.
And today we'll talk about how did we introduce each other to our friends and family. So, a little bit of full disclosure.
Quyn's got a lot of full disclosures.
So, except for my first boyfriend, after my first boyfriend, who I brought home to introduce to my family, after that, I just decided I didn't want to introduce my partners to friends and family because I figured I didn't want to marry anyone, so I didn't want family to be involved. I planned to break up with people eventually. Anyway.
Heartless.
No. It's just because I remember my first relationship, after breaking up, and then I heard about him from a friend. Oh, did you hear he's into this girl? Did you hear? I didn't like that. So I wanted to keep things simple, So anyway, so with Hans, I remember by that time I planned to get married eventually. So I wanted to see how he would interact with my friends and family, because I believe that if you have a bunch of friends and family who care about you, and if they don't like the guy, there must be something about him. So at first I talked to a friend, and she met with him because I think you came to pick me up from my friend's place. Remember Jane, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember talking to her, and I said, yeah, I'm not quite sure about this guy. He seemed really nice to me, but he's older than me, and he's been married before. And she said something that really stuck with me. I'm not sure exactly what she said, but basically she's like, just go with your heart. If you feel like he's good to you, and I really see that he's good to you, he takes good care of you. And that was like, she just witnessed him picking me up at her place, so it wasn't like a dinner or anything like that. So she said, just go with your heart and just give it a chance and see how it goes, because at that time I was thinking of maybe discontinuing the relationship.
At that time, many times.
All right.
Thanks, Jane. Good job.
Yeah. So.
Or your dinner.
So and then I thought, okay. So then my birthday was coming up. That was my 33rd birthday. So a few months into the relationship, right? And I said to Hans, I would love to have a birthday party. What do you think of helping me hosting it? And so that was like probably 10 of my friends, and each of them would have their partners. So altogether, probably about 20. And I wanted to host in my one bedroom apartment, So, yeah. So, but my friends, they're very smart, right? Like them. I had a doctor friend, a pharmacist friend, my one of my bosses, like my managers, another one who worked with me, that Jane. What else? And then a few counselor friends. So it was really, and some nursing friends, right? Right. So, yeah. So he's gonna be pretty scrutinized, poor guy. So I wanted to see how he handles pressure, because
always under pressure.
Because to me, being with a blind person and different culture, you're gonna have to handle a lot of pressures. So, yeah. So, but I remember. So before the party started, so we order some food, right? But he had to set the tables, right? Hand set the
I had
plate.
to get the tables, get the chairs, get the food.
Yeah.
Set it all up in buffet style so people could serve.
That's right. Yeah. Ooh, that's our bird clock.
That's how
But
Quyn can tell track of the day.
that's right. So, but just before the party, another friend of mine came early,
Darn
and
them.
yeah, so she came early. That was a really good friend of mine, So
Who's
she's
that?
Ravinder.
Oh,
And I thought for some reason, I thought she would be not uh, approving this relationship. I'm not sure why. She's a very positive person, but she's smart. Right? So I thought that she might not approve this relationship. But
Ravinder.
yeah, but later on she told me, this is what she told me. So she was like, "Oh, he was so sweet. He just told you like one step up, one step down, just the way he talked to you, just really sweet." And like, okay, he's in. Because these are really good friends of mine, and they were co-workers too, and I really trust them. So I trusted how they perceive things. So anyway, tell me about that party, Hen. So 20 people hosting, and all my friends, all people who really cared about me and loved
and
me.
babies, right? We had a baby there.
Yes, one of my friends had a baby. Yeah.
Right, so that was fun. I mean, it was busy, hectic. We had good food. I remember that. We got some free eggplant parmesan.
That's all you remember, really?
I was very busy. Right?
Were you busy?
Yes, I was.
I was very relaxed.
Yes, you were. Yeah, you were being praised, and you were being everybody talks great about her, and oh, Quyn, you're so lucky, Hans, you're so lucky. Meanwhile, I'm doing dishes for 20 people, hauling food in and out, making tea, getting drinks, getting dessert, getting the cake. Okay, everybody sing happy birthday.
No, but I remember. So,
but it was a lot of fun, and
could,
I gave the best present because I gave the $3 lotto ticket, which is another story.
Okay, so one of the gifts he gave me was a $3 lottery ticket.
Big spender over here.
I'm pretty sure you give me other things. And it turned out that I won some money from that. $1,700. So I thought, well, that's a good sign. So maybe I can win more with this guy. Didn't happen.
Well, we went to the casino one time, and we spent $20 each or something like that. And we kept playing the music on the machine. It kept going, playing and some other fella came up to us and told us we were up like hundreds of dollars, that we were winning. Yeah. And so Quyn liked it because it was just playing all the music. So, after a while, it stopped playing music, and we cashed out. Well, we were up $300-400.
Yeah, and then after that, didn't win anymore.
Well, I was all set to go to a casino the next day and play and learn how to play cards and maybe be a casino. But my wife, Quyn put a stop to that idea pretty quick.
Right. So then meeting Hans's family was easy, but his mom at first, she was sort of she was a little bit standoffish with me. So often whenever I first meet her in that meeting, she would be a little bit grumpy, standoffish, and then after that she would warm up. So it happened like that several times, but now she's really great to me. She would give me flowers sometimes. She rarely complains about me. If she does, I don't hear about right?
That's right.
Because really, how long did you not bring home a woman before me?
Well, that's a different story.
Huh?
But yeah, it's been a while, right? Been a while.
Well, except for Lita, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I mean, she wasn't used to Hans bringing home a woman. So anyway, and then
not like I live with my mom or anything, but my mom lives with me, and she has lived with me and lives with us for a long time.
Yes, she lives down the basement of your house.
Right, yeah.
So then my family was another story. So I didn't tell them that I was dating him, but I guess somehow they learned from my sister maybe or something. So and then my mom called me, and we talked, and so she learned that Hans has been married before, that he's a bit older than me. He's not Catholic. He's Caucasian. So she said, "No, don't do it. I'm not happy with that." So she didn't like that at all. She said, the fact that he's married before, that's not good. So then that means we cannot do a Catholic mass and da, da, da. So I said, well,
Mm.
I think I didn't really argue with her. I said, it's up to you, but I'm dating him. So I didn't say, I didn't argue with her. I just let her come to her own conclusion kind of thing. So we ended the conversation something like, I'm going to continue to date him, and like it or not, it's up to you kind of thing. And then her birthday, because her birthday is like 2 months after my birthday. And so a few weeks before, she calls me and she says, okay, well, let's invite him over for dinner for my birthday. Because, my family, they believe that you need to involve people in the family. That's what they believe in, right? That's how they can judge them. That's how they can see who they are, kind of thing. But also that we don't become more and more disconnected from the family, because I think she was worried that I would just become more and more disconnected from the family. So yeah, so do you remember the first time you met my family?
First time I met your parents?
My family. Yeah, you went home for dinner. Remember that one?
When I went to your parents' place. Yeah, and I talked and talked, and they had no idea what I was talking about.
Did you go to my sister?
I'm not sure.
No, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
remember. I mean,
No, you don't remember?
could have been sister.
Yeah, probably likely sister. No, probably likely
With all those
sister.
little kids running around.
No, at that time it would have been how many kids? So that was
4 kids.
2013. Yeah, 4 kids. Yeah, not
Yeah,
5.
little ones, cute little kids.
Yeah. So, and what I honestly I don't remember the first time. So it must have not been that nothing too worrisome or something. I think I took my mom a while to accept Hans truly.
I don't know that she has yet, but she's getting there.
She does.
She's slowly coming around.
Yeah, but
It's our 10th anniversary coming up.
but my sister, my brother-in-law, my dad, they all really like welcoming to him, and it really helps that Hans would eat Vietnamese food and be open, right? And so eventually he would go to the Vietnamese church, Vietnamese mass, those things, right? So yeah, but what do you remember about kind of meeting my family in the beginning?
Yeah, the kids are really super cute. Everybody speaks Vietnamese, right? There's not a lot of give for English, right? So I mean, it takes a minute to just let everybody just talk, and you have no idea. I have no idea what's going on there. I didn't then. I still don't now, and it's okay, And so I hang out with the kids, and I have fun with the food, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy the family. I mean, they try hard to talk to me and say hi to me and speak and chat me up a little bit here and there, but it's great fun. Everybody really is, I don't know, lighthearted. They really enjoy each other's company, which is great. I'm not used to that. My family, nobody really likes each other, so
Is it?
that's kind of true, right? And then, but no, Quyn's family is awesome. So they were always I always felt very welcome, and they were always showing me how to make the food, how to put things together, how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so it was always nice. And I would always sit with the kids because the kids could speak some English, and they were happy to let me know some stuff. They would jabber all the time with me. So it's good.
Yeah, so I think, the one thing that has, well, a few things that really has helped Hans to be accepted by my family. So first of all, the food. So Asian cultures, and I would think a lot of cultures, when you open to the food, that's a great way to connect, and so for Hans to be open to Vietnamese food and eating different things. He doesn't have to like everything, but a lot of things that made a big difference.
I have a picture on my phone of a bowl of soup my mother-in-law made.
Oh, really?
5 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love that bowl of soup.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can find it.
She made it here, and it had the little quail eggs in it and everything. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, right. So food. Another thing is Hans is very non-judgmental for the most part. Right? And he doesn't have a big ego. My brother-in-law, he can be strict, he can be that, but they get along really well because Hans doesn't argue with him. he knows what he knows. He knows what he believes in, but he doesn't need to argue with people. So I think that also helps a lot. And for my sister and my dad, um, they love seeing someone taking care of me. I think especially my dad. I remember during like the wedding, my dad said to Hans, "Take care of my daughter," because beforehand, my dad used to do quite a lot for me. He would do groceries for me. He would take out my garbage. He used to run errands for me. And so Hans has filled a lot of that spot for him. Yeah. And my sister, she's very accepting. My sister is very, accepting like that. And so actually, even now, often he would defend Hans rather than me. He would often tell me, be good to him, be more considerate, be a good wife. My sister, yeah. Well, don't be so hard on him. Don't do that. It's gonna upset him. Yeah, so that's my sister. Right. So my sister and my dad, because they both very giving to their spouses, right? And so then when they see Hans giving, it's like click with them. That's why they really like him. And my brother-in-law, I'm surprised because my brother-in-law, growing up, like he saw me as his little sister kind of thing, because I've known him since I was 18. No, 18, 16 or something, right? And 16. I've known him since I was 16, and I met Hans when I was 33. So you can imagine he's known me for 15 years, right? And he's done a lot for me too. But for some reason, he wasn't like protective of me around Hans. I guess he just had the instinct that he could trust this guy taking care of his sister-in-law or something. So yeah, so all but except for my mom, it took her longer and to fully accept Hans. I think she was hoping that I marry someone maybe richer, maybe something, I don't know. So that's that. So what tips would you give people in interacting with sort of like different cultures in the family?
Well, some big tips there, right? Be open to the people and understand, I don't know, sort of some of their ways, right? Like I've got not all the Vietnamese people really like to hug. My mother-in-law especially doesn't like to throw around too many hugs, right? The kids not so much, but the older Vietnamese people not really. No.
Yeah, we're not huggers. So like I can't remember the last time I hugged my dad. I can't remember the last time I hugged my brother-in-law or so yeah, we don't hug.
The kids, the girls do, right?
Yes.
They hug better, but everybody else is kind of like really awkward side bro hugs. A lot of weird stuff. Whereas our friends from Colombia, oh my God, she'll swallow you up with those big hugs all the time. They hug you all the time for everything. Yes. They hug you hello, they hug you goodbye, they hug you out to the bathroom, they just hug you all the time. Right? So different. Okay. That's important to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be open to the food, right? Food's super important, especially if it's a little more traditional culture. Like Quyn's family, they get together every Sunday, big meal. Sometimes it's fancy and sometimes it's pretty plain. And so, but it's always great. And as many of them as possible get together and enjoy it. And so if you can be part of that and just slow down, and because it's a different experience eating a meal with the family like that, where it's cooking on the table and it takes 20 minutes, half an hour. It's not somebody brings you a plate of hot food and you hoover it down. It's very different.
Yes, it's a very slow eating. It can take 1-2 hours.
Yeah.
It's not like Caucasian dinner come plates, like Thanksgiving dinner can be over in like an hour unless you sit around and talk. Whereas if you had like butter beef or hot pots, it can take a long time.
Yeah, that's right. So there's always that.
But talking about food, I'm hungry now.
Well, yeah, you're hungry. I'm hungry too. I'm on a 60-hour. We're going to go for a 60-hour fast.
Yeah. I was going to do it with him. I was going to do at least 48 hours, but after 24 hours, like I was too hungry. So anyway,
hungry. She's ripping my head off like a lioness. Like, so Had some food. She was much better.
Okay, anyway, so let's stop there since you
That's
talked
it?
about me. So
Oh, that's sweet though, because we all know that Quyn's beautiful and awesome, and fasting's hard. So I practice that a lot more.
yeah. Okay, so see you next time.
See you, everybody. Bye. Bye. Have fun. Thanks for coming. Subscribe. Like it. Subscribe. Do it. Do some good stuff.
Okay, bye.
Okay, Quyn would like it. It makes her happy. Right? Then she's end up in a spiral of despair. So, oh my! Oh, did I say that out loud? Just kidding. Sorry. So it's always good to watch it right to the end, because that's boy oh boy, we say some fun stuff.